How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Hey y'all, welcome to the continuation of our TV Halloween specials theme. This is episode 2 of 3. We've got some exciting stuff headed your way. Kelley is reviewing some movie for Roulette. Can't remember the name of it.
I watched it.
Yep. And we'll be talking about the first, I think it was the first Home Improvement Halloween special and the Disney Sunday movie Mr. Boogedy. I'm Freddy. Amy's here. Kelley's here.
I don't have anything.
Andy is with us.
Like, I'm gonna be a Wilson.
Andy's hiding his mouth.
Can't see your face.
You can just see my eyes right now.
Hey, Kelley.
He did. Yes.
More power.
I might be what did he say? He said, but at least my team won. That was a great line when the kid told his little girlfriend, he was like, but you're terrible at kickball.
Yeah.
That other girl's way better than you.
He's like, well, we won.
So guys, just strap in and get ready for a lot of grunts and what other man sounds.
Yeah,
Just,
more power.
You know. Normalize misogyny.
I was expecting this. I can't wait for us to get into it.
I'm really not that. I was being a character. I was doing a correct.
You were putting on a persona?
Yeah, it was a bit.
You're trying it on? How'd it feel?
Silly.
Yeah.
Millie's in the room.
Did it feel sticky?
Quack, 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 quack.
Hey, we had an interesting week. We covered Blade Runner 2049, Happy Death Day, which was surprisingly good.
Kelley was like, I want to see that. It was so fun.
He was like,
Yeah, he went, oh?
Everybody says it's really good, Kelley, including us.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it was
Yeah,
fun.
no, I've heard that.
Yeah, it's okay.
It might come on TV sometime.
Yeah.
It's true. It might.
It might come on TV. I watched too much 80s shows last night. I'm like, it might come on TV. They might play it on the ABC Saturday Night Movie one of these times.
This feels like definitely an ABC Saturday Night movie.
Yeah. When it streams, perchance I'll watch it.
Perchance to dream?
Perchance to
I'm not paying
stream.
theater money for that. There's no way it's that fun for me.
That's true.
Maybe. I think you would have a great time with
it. You should watch with your kids. I think your kids will really enjoy it.
They might.
I think it's a family-friendly movie.
No, definitely. It's fun.
Colin seems dubious of it.
Yeah.
Dubious.
Father's son.
So all that's on our Patreon.
He did like Raw, though.
Oh, well, you haven't seen Raw yet.
WWE?
No, the movie, Cannibal movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Oh. So patreon.com/NOTLP. That's there, plus
Night of the Comic.
All kinds of stuff. We've been really jamming that full of stuff.
Stamm in the Gomic.
Really plugging it up.
Plugging it up like Carrie didn't do.
Poor Carrie White.
Poor old Carrie White. You know, she eats shit.
That's what I've heard.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I was talking to a coworker the other day. It's a normie.
I don't know why you would do
coworker.
that, but okay.
I don't have a choice. But she was asking if her daughter could see it.
Really quick before you go on this, I think it would be hilarious if your coworker came up and started talking to you and you just refused to acknowledge that she was there. That would be like the funniest thing.
There are times when I put my earbuds in purposefully and I know they're asking for me. I hear Amy.
Is it okay for my daughter to see it? Amy.
And I'm like, and they're like, oh, you have your headphones in? Yes, bitch, because I'm trying to get some work done. But
anyway, please continue. She asked if it was appropriate for her daughter.
Her daughter is 12. And I was like, well.
The Losers are almost 12.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
I thought it would be okay. And she's like, well, she loves Law & Order SVU. It's like her favorite show. And I'm like, well, shit. She's seen way worse on fucking Law & Order SVU than she'll ever see in It. Yes, take your kid to see It.
Looks like the victim had anal contusions.
There was fecal matter in
Or
the
like
ear
when-
canal.
I mean, that show, let's be real,
mean you
is
like little
super
girls?
graphic with the violence.
It's horrific.
Too
yeah,
many
there's
scratchy
n-
lotteries.
There's no way.
We'll see him in a week.
worse.
Yeah, we will.
John Mulaney.
I keep forgetting because we bought these John Mulaney tickets 300 years ago.
Yeah.
But we're going to see John Mulaney
On
this
free
week.
day.
The connection there is he does a great SVU bit about Ice-T not understanding why people could be pedophiles.
You telling me that this guy gets off on little girls in pigtails?
So, yeah, Ice.
Yeah,
that's right.
You're going to have to get used to that.
So Andy went to Terror from the 80s last night.
By myself.
All by himself because I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah,
I fucked the night up.
I always like a good road trip.
Yeah. How
What'd
was
you
it?
see?
Rick? How was it?
Trippy.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to spoil what the features are. But
Oh, does it run again this week?
Yeah.
The same one?
like the same 2 run for the month,
Yeah.
and then next month they have 2 new ones.
And the surprise. It's
Yes.
about being surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy the movies?
Yes, one I'd never seen before,
Yeah.
and the other is one of my favorites. So, mild spoilers.
Steel Magnolias. That's an interesting choice
Yeah.
when you think about it.
That is a surprise when you go
Yeah.
to expect to see a horror movie,
Yeah.
and then Steel Magnolias shows up. It is from the 80s, though,
Yeah,
so it fits.
It is.
Fits.
If you're in the area, we highly encourage you to check it out. You can go to facebook.com/terror from the 80s.
Yeah, and the theater I saw it at was supposedly haunted, but I think they removed the hauntedness when they remodeled it.
Haunted by farts.
That sometimes will stir up a haunt.
They move
If
the ghosts.
You piss off
Yeah.
the ghost. The ghost's like, how dare you?
Or do sometimes they're like, "Hey, this is a good change. I like
Yeah.
this new HD TV."
and then they can move on. That's
Yeah.
that's what their unfinished business was.
I
They
like
couldn't
these-
remodel it themselves.
like, I like these new bowls things you put in.
Do you think any ghost unfinished business was literally finishing? You know what I mean? Like they died right before they could finish.
Oh, they got edged.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Edged
I think
into
most
the beyond.
I think most ghosts.
That's why they're so angry.
Yeah.
They didn't get.
And that's why they're always like, remember 13 Ghosts, Amy, where the ghost is like,
Essentially, that was true. Oh my god!
So to move him on to the next world, you have to jerk him off.
You have to finish
yeah.
them.
You have to jerk off.
The thing is, you
But
can't.
you
How
have
does
to go
one?
into the ghost world
Yeah.
to do it because you have a living hand.
Just put your hand
right.
out, in a circular way, and just go ghost. Have at
That's
it.
not scientific.
No, or the ghost. Remember, like for the
You're
movie,
right.
the movie Ghost, where Whoopi Goldberg used her body for
Yeah.
Patrick
Just go
Swayze.
find
It'd be like
Whoopi.
that.
Find a
Find a Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg and jerk her off.
Go to the Whoopatorium. So
Is that her given name?
That's you go to
I don't know.
you go to Whoopsie's Whoopies.
Whoopsies.
you make some Whoopi with Whoopi.
So
I gotta know if that's her given name.
do you
I'll
think
let
Zach
know.
Bagans ever had to deal with that?
What?
An unejaculated spirit?
Unfinished ghosts?
Yeah. Come at me, bro.
Come on,
Oh,
me,
no.
bro.
Her real name is Karen Elaine Johnson.
Well, that's boring.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, that's not anything like Whoopi Goldberg.
Not even a
Karen?
little bit.
Hey, Karen.
Karen. Well, it's spelled with a C, so it's better.
That was a little different, I guess.
Karen.
That's really
That's
disappointing.
That's Karen.
That's a big
I'd like to unknow that.
but you can't.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
You have to go the rest of your life knowing that.
Knowledge is power,
You're gonna
but
say that
ignorance is bliss.
his name isn't really Benedict Cumberbatch, too, aren't you?
I would never
It's
say that.
Karen.
Phil Jenkins?
It's Whoopi Goldberg.
Is
Phil
he
Jenkins is
related-
Doctor Strange?
Is he related to Twyler Jenkins?
He might be.
Did you go to high school with her?
Twyla, yeah.
Yeah.
She is a good girl.
Phil Jenkins.
Big heart.
So we talked about our Patreon, patreon.com/NOTLP.
Yeah.
Support the show if you want to, or support the Puerto Ricans and then support us later. That's fine.
Or
That's what you
support-
should do.
Support a good breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes, like a nice, wholesome, like with some fruit and a bunch of carbs.
We're up to 91 patrons. We got a new one this week. I want to say his name is Steve.
There are 91 really good people in this world.
Fruit's optional, you guys.
Well, yeah, but like that makes it more wholesome. At least you can feel good about all the pancakes you ate.
I had a good breakfast yesterday.
What'd you have?
Ooh, I had a Belgian waffle. I had geta. I had bacon. And I had breakfast fries, which are fries with cheese and sausage
Did you
gravy.
go to PNS again? Well, I know why I asked.
Are they like, hey, welcome back every time you're there?
They're nice to us.
Yeah.
I just have to assume every meal you eat is PNS from now
That's
on.
good.
Well, we're going to go to Pluto's Cafe soon. I've never been there.
Where's that?
It's on West Galbraith.
Huh.
Over by Humbert's Meats.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
And the last of the T-shirts and pins went out.
All the
your-
internationals.
All you foreigners got your shit finally.
We call them furners.
Foreigners, the tickerine.
Ferner.
You goddamn furners.
So like, expect those in
Games.
a week maybe.
2 to 6
Yeah.
business days.
That's foreigner for you.
I know.
Thank you.
We forgot to mention this last week, and we should have, but we're stupid. Check it.
See?
We're going to be live at the Overlook Lodge again.
Oh, yeah.
This time the day before Halloween.
Devil's Night.
The very day.
Spend your Halloween Eve with your favorite podcast talking about Halloween traditions.
All Hallows
Mischief.
Eve.
All Hallows Eve.
Yeah. So we're going to do Halloween through the ages.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a fun little bit about the druids and candy, and you make jack-o'-lanterns and you get candy.
Are there going to be witches?
You're going to be witches.
Are there going to be Frankensteins?
There's going to be Frankenstein's monsters. There's going to be mummies.
Earn your cocktail
Yeah.
by learning some history.
Come in costume.
Earn and learn.
Come in your
Earn
costume.
and learn.
You have to say Sam Hain at least once throughout the presentation.
Don't say Sam Hain.
Samhain.
If you say Sam Hain, I'm gonna take your drink back.
You already just learned something, so go have a cocktail.
Samhain.
Samhain. It's a bosun, too. It's not a boatswain.
It's a bosun.
It's Worcester,
That's why
not
you get
Worcester.
bosun's mate.
It's Rafe.
Not Ralph.
It's Greenwich, not Greenwich. However, still pronounced Dunwich, because Dunwich sounds real dumb.
I done itched my butt.
It only counts in Lovecraft, so you don't, it's okay.
What are
It's
other
like horseshoes
things?
and hand grenades.
Oh, it's iron, not iron,
Yeah.
Andy.
And it's pronounced homosexual, not faggot.
Oh, bitch, we do not say that word.
Well, some of us do.
That's one of
Well,
Andy's
Andy
favorite
does.
words.
Have it tattooed on my forehead, guys.
You would, wouldn't you? Just to fuck with people.
Yeah.
It's on the side of my car. It's the faggot wagon.
So October 30th, that Monday night at the Overlook
name is
Lodge,
Book.
7:30 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Come hang out with us, please.
Please. Have a great cocktail.
Please.
They have
We might share childhood pictures of our own Halloweens. And
Not
stories.
all of us.
Well,
No.
it's true you will.
Not all of us will.
I would like you to address that maybe if
Can
you're
we
comfortable
find
with
a
it.
picture of you as a child and Photoshop it into what you would have done?
Kiss Army.
I'm just gonna find a picture of the grooviest werewolf you could find, and that's what it would be.
I like the idea of you that I love that library background, Olin Mills picture of you so much. It makes my heart swell. That
Yeah.
I feel like photoshopping some Kiss makeup on that particular one would be really, really choice.
Yeah, I would never go as Kiss though.
I know you wouldn't. But
Hypothetically, if you were to go as a KISS member, which one would it be?
Ace Frehley,
I knew you were going to say
Which one
that.
is he? What face?
Star
Kitty
Child.
Cat. Oh, no, he's not the kitty cat.
Who's
Peter
the king?
Criss is the
Yeah,
kitty
Peter
cat.
Criss.
I
I
would
would
have
be
picked
the
Kitty
cat.
Cat because it's cute.
Because you're kitty cat.
No.
Because you have 78 cats.
By the way, listeners, if I'm wrong about him being Star Child, don't hate. I'm not really a Kiss fan, but I think that's who is the. I think that's
We're
who
more
Ace
into
Frehley is.
Foreigner.
Yeah,
Games!
super into Foreigner. Very into Nelson, or what were those twins?
Oh, they were
Nelson.
Nelson, yeah.
Nelson, yeah.
Because they're about the same.
I
not
can't even
Foreigner or
remember
Nelson.
a single Nelson song.
Striper.
You know what? Striper, for as goofy as that whole Christian bent was, were a decent band.
He looks like the one that had, like, the bat face.
Oh, so he is not Star Child. Thank you. I want to retract that.
Let me see, Amy.
Retract.
I'm trying to do. He's
I don't-
that one.
I don't know,
Is that
Kiss.
Star Child?
Star Child has a star in his eye.
Oh, then not.
That's the other one.
That's what I get when I do Ace Frehley. It
Yeah.
looks like bats.
Yep. I was
in his
wrong.
eyes.
Sorry.
Ace
Sorry, everyone.
Frehley on the wall.
But you know what? You just earned another cocktail because you learned something.
You did. We all did. We all learned something.
In order to learn or drink, you have to learn. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might not remember it later.
We'll bring flashcards.
Nothing wrong with that.
And every time you get one, you have to flash.
Does anybody dress up as Kid and Play for Halloween anymore?
Oh, let's do it now.
Yeah. Never happened.
Do it now.
Are we allowed to?
You're allowed to do anything you want. This is an IDWIW.
Is it problematic?
I just meant the hair.
Oh,
Randy.
okay.
Star Child was Paul Stanley.
Paul fucking Stanley.
Gene Simmons was the demon.
The demon, yeah.
Ace Frehley was the spaceman.
Spaceman!
Yeah. There was somebody called Vinnie Vincent that was
Spaceman.
the Ankh warrior. Did he come along later?
Yeah.
Anyway, Horror Hound Weekend Columbus is coming up.
Tis.
So go to horrorhoundweekend.com for all of your information.
It's a holiday themed thing, but also apparently everyone from Friday the 13th.
Literally everyone.
Yeah.
So.
And Kelley will be there.
Except for Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
What if they get Kevin Bacon?
We encourage you to keep Kelley company because
Kevin
we'll be at Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Keep us company. Lisa and I will be at the table. We're going to try and do things. It's going to be
It'll be a fun one.
It's going to be an interesting episode.
Do you think Kevin Bacon would ever do a horror hound?
He wasn't in part 5.
Well, he was in one of them. I'm just saying, like, do you think he would ever do it?
No.
He's too busy making the following.
He's too busy making
That's
money.
canceled.
Yeah, bringing home the bacon.
No.
Well, he got embroiled in like a
he was part of the Madoff shit.
Financial scandal, right?
Yeah, he lost a bunch of money from the Bernie Madoff thing. Just remind me to ask Nathan next time you see him.
If he can get bacon for you?
I love bacon. All right. Anything else before we move on? Anybody watching spooky movies for the month?
Kelly's watching Perfect Strangers a lot.
I watched Perfect Strangers. I've only watched one so far, but it was just as good as I remembered it.
Yeah.
Was it perfect?
It was. They are the latter day Abbott and Costello.
You know who would agree with you about that?
Who?
Mrs. Stanley Uris.
Yeah.
She loved the fuck out of that
She
show.
did. It kept her from jerking her husband off, and it would have what would have been his last time.
Yeah, it's true.
He's one of those ghosts.
He said
he didn't get to come.
Stanley, I've come to wash your back.
He waited.
In your front.
Mr. Boogedy Dad.
God.
He was a fucking weirdo. I would have been so over him had I been his entire family.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that.
Don't blow your load too early.
Well, I don't want to be a ghost.
You don't want to be a ghost. You make excellent points.
Amy watched Lights Out for the first time.
Oh, that was very, very mediocre.
I don't know why.
I
just really wanted to watch it. It was funny. Last night I watched movies with two big characters called Diana, one being Lights Out, the other being Wonder Woman, which I saw for the first time.
Did you like it?
I did. Like, that was the closest they've ever got in that whole DC Universe movie nonsense.
Including Batman's?
You know me. I did not care for...
Doesn't sound Kelley throwing something. No.
You know who doesn't care for your not caring for Batman's is the universe. Yeah. And that's how they're trying to let you know.
I did not enjoy the whole Dark Knight stuff. I couldn't get into it. That's me.
I know. I'm just messing.
Kelley, did you like Batman versus Superman?
I like the Batman half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. It wasn't as bad as Man of Steel.
No, I mean, when I watched it, I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. I remember coming back and saying, like, all you haters, calm your tits. It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't that bad.
That's a backhanded compliment, though, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't that bad. I liked the Batman part of it. I really like Ben Affleck as Batman.
Did you see Wonder Woman?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
it's very good.
It is very good.
Don't say very good.
It is very good.
It was good.
Andy's real reluctant to give it too much praise
because he thinks people were disingenuous in their praise for it because they don't want to be non-feminists. And I'm saying to be a feminist means women are equal. So I'm equally allowed to say I hated it or I loved it.
What? I'm confused. Head games!
I want to believe that you believe that, but...
That's what you guys are doing.
It was by no stretch of the imagination like a Captain America or Avengers movie. Not even a little bit.
Pretty excited about Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that looks fun.
Oh, yeah.
That I will say.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the snowman this week.
I already know that it's going to be better than Wonder Woman.
Probably. And that's fine. I don't care.
It's got the Hulk.
Harry Hole is my Batman.
It is nice to see women, like kicking ass and not being completely sexualized. Like they were beautiful, and the camera loved them for their strength and how beautifully strong they were, but I didn't see titties flopping out and there weren't booties everywhere. That was nice to see too. Now, Kelley, I understand that just dropped it on your to-do list.
No, it didn't.
I'm just kidding.
It wasn't that high on my to-do list anyway.
It really wasn't either. Freddie had to convince me. But I had just made him sit through Lights Out again.
Yeah. I don't see Lights Out
He had already seen it.
I had seen it, and she's like, I really want to watch
Was
Lights
it even
Out.
more mediocre this time around?
I couldn't even
It was
watch
not even, it was such a non-thing.
It was a non-thing.
It was really bad.
There were like 2 or 3 jump scares.
But
But there was no resolute. There was no like.
Yeah, it was pointless jump scares. Like, and they used loud noise. It was just like the dumbest, lowest common denominator of a jump scare.
Very much so.
Yeah, the whole movie was a jump square.
Yeah,
the movie was a jump square.
It was.
You have to go from square to square.
I love jump square dancing.
Like hopscotch.
It's a dumb movie. Agreed. But the Russian Roulette movie that I watched last night makes up for it.
Oh, good.
That's a good transition.
All right, let's move on. Anything else before we do that?
Head games, and I can't take it anymore.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Kelley.
Redundant is redundant. Couldn't it just be dundant?
Been made redundant.
Is dundant a word?
No.
No, I'm asking.
It's not.
Dundant Mifflin.
Hi everybody.
Did I use redundant right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had the
Sometimes I toss words out and I think I just want to sound smart.
Try one right now, just randomly.
Oh, geez, that's so hard. Just pick a word. Donut.
That's not. Never mind. This is a dumb.
Are we doing
This is a
free
dumb
association now or something?
So, hi. I had the straight-to-video movie this week, Dark Signal. And I'm going to tell you guys, it was real good.
Didn't I say my mom liked it?
It was real good.
I'm excited.
It was oopy spoopy.
Ooh.
So I'm not going to spoil this. My synopsis is going to be very, very little beyond what the IMDb synopsis would be, but I want to tell you about how it made me feel.
Oh.
And just give you some points because I don't want to spoil really anything.
Okay.
So the gist of Dark Signal is that there is this radio DJ. First of all, if you don't know, it takes place in Wales. When the movie credits roll at the beginning, you're going to see a lot of names, and you're like, wow, everyone has a weird name in this.
Because they're Welsh?
It's because they're Welsh.
All consonants, all the time?
Just a lot of weirdness.
Yeah.
And I was like, who are these people? They're Welsh. And that's good. It's a good thing. You don't often see a movie set in Wales. It's like you forget they're real. Mm-hmm. So that was neat. And in this movie, there is this radio station and a DJ at this radio station. And you are aware that there's an invention called television. And on that invention, they show shows.
Seems fair.
So TVs exist in this world as well?
It's Pulp Fiction. I was doing Pulp Fiction.
Oh! I can't remember every line from every movie.
A pilot.
Plus, that's a Harvey Weinstein movie, and we're not allowed to like it anymore, right?
Oh, well.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway,
Kelley, real quick, just an aside, we did Night of the Comic, and IDW kept coming up.
Yeah, IDW Comics.
And every time someone said it, my brain completed IW.
You should.
I do what I want at comics.
I do like some IDW Comics, some good stuff. So Dark Signal, this DJ, she's gonna have her last show broadcast because I guess they're switching to either automated or they're getting bought by like a larger radio conglomerate or something. And so she always did the overnight show, and she's kind of they paint her as this kind of abrasive person. She's kind of like ugh. And then she has her tech guy who runs the show. He's like the you of her show.
He's pointing at you, the listener.
Mm-hmm.
No,
he's pointing at us.
Us,
the engineer types.
I'm not an engineer.
You are though.
I'm a cut cut and paster.
You a Twain and Janelle.
Twains.
I like twiddles.
Anyway, so also then we meet this blonde lady. Now, the blonde lady, I haven't even synopsized, but I want to tell you right off the bat, her acting is...
He's using his hands as if he had like a...
something
he's pushing this way and then pushing the other way.
Is it Joanna Ignazewska?
I don't know.
It looked like he was making a hamburger patty.
No, like
she looks like the Welsh Anna Faris.
Yes, that's who it is.
Yeah.
She almost took me out of it at first, but then like the movie got so good that I didn't care, and she got better. And I think some of it was like you think she's going to be one thing, and it turns out. Well, anyway, I don't want to give anything away.
Don't you dare.
But she has a son, and she has a boyfriend.
The blonde lady or the radio girl?
The blonde lady. Okay. And she is friends online with this tech guy who does that radio show. He wants her to come out to the radio station, and she says she's got to do something with her boyfriend. And you get the feeling he kind of wants him to be more, and she's like, I don't know, because they've never met in person, but they Skype or whatever. So what ends up happening is on this radio show this night, they bring on a psychic as a guest. And when the psychic comes, also during all of this, there is a serial killer killing people called the Wedlock Killer, and they call him that because he cuts off the ring finger of his victims with a pair of bolt cutters.
And he smashes a piece of cake in their face.
And then he gives a toast.
Yep.
And
then he cuts their head off and he throws it over his shoulder, and whoever catches it's the next victim.
And he has sex with him through a hole in a sheet.
They call him the Matlock Killer.
Yep.
The Matlock Killer. He only kills Andy Griffiths.
So the psychic comes on this show, and ostensibly the idea is that they end up getting a voice from beyond the grave.
What?
I love Kelley. This setup is my kind of setup.
Oh, agreed.
I feel like radio stations
like
are
the fog.
spooky. Yeah, exactly. Especially the third shift at a radio station.
Yeah, it's a good setup. It's a good setting. There's a lot of great like short horror stories that are set in those. One I can't. The Night Wire. If you ever get a chance to read it, it's by Fritz Lieber, I think.
Yeah.
Really good short story. It's very similar to The Fog, and in fact, it might even have been an inspiration for it. Because it takes place in a radio station, and they get there's these ghosts and there's a mist. It has to be the inspiration for The Fog. It has to be.
Night Wire?
Yeah.
Are they pirate ghosts?
No, but they are in the mist,
enough,
and there's a radio station.
Right.
It's not a radio station. I'm sorry. It's a newspaper office, and a guy who's getting like the AP wire.
It's by H.F. Arnold.
Oh.
No, it's not a mist. It's the whole building's on fire and smoke. Okay, no, it's nothing like it.
It's in Weird Tales.
Yeah. I read it in a collection of Weird Tales. Anyway, this movie is good.
Okay.
There's a really great I want to tell you that they build a lot of tension. It's a little confusing and shaky at first, and there's a reason for it, but at first you're like, I don't know. But then I don't know. Welsh Anna Faris is in the woods in her car, and there's this extended scene, and it is really spooky, and it really ratchets up tension. It's really very spooky. This is when we were like, ooh. Elise, Cole, and I all watched this together, and we all agreed that this was very spooky. We were talking at the TV,
That girl don't go in there.
40 Helens agree.
That kind of thing.
I'm excited. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I really want to watch it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's I won't say that there aren't contrivances, but it doesn't matter because it's just they come together and they make a really good spooky ghost story. It's I really enjoyed it, and I love the actress that plays the DJ. I can't think of her name. Swan is her first name.
Miss Swan?
It's not Miss Swan.
Oh, okay.
Swan is her first name.
Swan is her first name. I thought she was familiar, and I went and looked at her filmography. I've never seen anything else she's been in, but she is familiar.
She's got one of those faces.
Familiar. So anyway, this is a recommend. I'm not going to spoil it. It's just if it's a really good Halloween movie. This what it felt like settling into it. I was like, ooh, this is a good Halloween movie.
Just from the premise, it sounds really good. Just contacting ghosts.
Yeah, it is,
and them responding. Ooh.
Does anybody say EVP, electronic voice
Yes, they do.
phenomena?
Yes, they do.
And
that
scares the shit out of me.
I know.
I'll tell you what,
too.
they actually do a little bit of misinformation about what EVP is.
Oh dear. Well, maybe it's different in Wales.
Maybe. I mean, it's not.
The science might be different over there.
It's just,
They might be behind us or ahead of us.
Could be.
Who knows?
Well, I was driving home yesterday around like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was like changing radio stations, and then it cuts in and out, like it's not coming in clearly. I had to change them really fast just in case an EVP went through.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
It is 2017.
2000 late.
Why are you using the radio to entertain yourself?
Because
you
I
have a phone that is Bluetooth enabled.
I have nothing on my phone.
And we've given you iTunes Music access. You have Apple Music. You have access to anything.
I don't want to use my data.
Spotify's free. Oh.
You can also download it to your phone.
I have no space on my phone.
Okay, Andy.
Andy hates music.
And I don't use my phone to listen to music. I use my iPod.
Oh my god.
My Generation 2.
Oh my god.
My Generation 2 Nano.
Oh my god.
I got a friend that's still using one with the click wheel, like the old one with the.
I know a millennial that has one and uses it at work, and I can't even deal with. He's a millennial. He's like 24 years old. Like, why do you have an old-fashioned fucking iPod Mini?
Because he thinks it's retro and hilarious, probably.
No, not this person.
we saw an old man in his car listening to the radio yesterday, and it was funny. Like, it's not funny, but it was
funny. I do like
funny.
the radio sometimes. But
No,
you're laughing at the radio. You're like, this guy.
This old guy.
Yeah.
He had on like a visor, and he was like, and like he put on like this like bumping R&B.
Oh yeah.
It was just funny.
I kind of love that.
That's going to be me pretty soon, isn't it?
I listen to the radio a lot, and it's usually bumping R&B. Honestly, like if I'm surfing around, I'm just driving home, and I don't feel like messing with my phone, I'll go to 100 point.
Playing with your phone.
100.1 The Wiz?
No, what's the?
I don't know what you're
There's
talking
one that plays like 90s R&B and.
Okay.
98, Warm 98?
But I just have so many. I have
94.9?
I have Overdrive and Hoopla
Amy,
and podcasts.
I don't want to kill people because I'm distracted with my phone. I'm doing them a favor.
You get it set ahead of time and you make a playlist.
What's Siri's for? Oh, wait.
Oh, Andy doesn't have
Andy has a flip phone.
For when I text people, I have to press the button multiple times.
do what you want, live your life. I'm not shaming you. I just don't understand it. And I'm trying to understand it, but at the same time, I'm trying to change your mind.
Shaming you. I am shaming everyone.
Amy, do you not understand?
I just got a phone with storage. Now I'm like yelling at everybody.
But do you know how like technology stupid I am?
You are really dumb. FYI, we got some of our money back from stamps.com. Thanks for
good.
Thanks for spending like $50 extra.
They refunded as postage though, so we'll use it to ship out more fun stuff.
Is it because you said stamps.com? Give us our money back.
Sure. No, because we went in and we saw all the duplicate printings and we submitted a request.
Never let Andy
Turns out they'll refund
it wasn't my fault. It's because you put the paper in wrong.
Sure.
I don't remember putting the fucking paper in, bitch.
If you haven't received your
nothing to do with
pen or your
Straight-to-Video.
T-shirt, let us know.
Russian Roulette. I love Andy. He's smart in many ways.
Dark Signal.
Yes.
Dork.
What signal? I'm sorry.
Dork. Is dark-sided. Dark Signal is dark-sided. There are gargoyles.
I'm sorry,
there
what?
Are witches.
Gargoyles.
There's full-on penetration. There's midgets.
Oh, there was a psychic too.
There was a psychic. There's psychics.
Google.
Google?
Yahoo! Ask Jeeves! Fucking evil shit! It's not Christian!
Alta Vista.
Alta Vista.
Use
that!
Web crawler.
Alta Vista!
You think that lady has the internet?
Bing!
I doubt it. I bet she smells like fish. Like tuna fish.
I think she probably just smells like poop.
And doo-doo.
She doesn't wipe properly.
All right, well, this is great.
Would you rather smell like fish or doo-doo?
I don't know. Neither.
Fishy doo-doo.
Fish. Well, that's what my dog's breath smelled like.
Fishy doo-doo, yeah. We should have named them Fishy Doo-Doo 1 and 2.
Come on down to Fishy Doo-Doos.
Fishy Doo-Doo.
Dotson.
Fishy Doo-Doo Scent Emporium. You like stinks? We got 4 kinds of stinks.
Can we make a T-shirt?
Good for
that says, "You like
Christmas."
stinks?
I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to say I'd rather smell like poop than fish.
Really?
You'd rather smell like
Because sometimes poop smell can be more subtle, but fish smell is just always intense.
Well, okay, so I'm a person. I meet you. You smell like fish. I'm like, oh, maybe they work at a fishery or a fish restaurant.
Yeah.
You smell like
At a
poop.
fishery.
You done shit yourself. There's
Maybe they-
something wrong with you.
you
and I
work
wanna hang out
at a
with you.
dudatorium.
Maybe they work at a poopery
Yeah.
or a dancery where poop has been left out
That's where
in the sun.
That's where they make the poop, at the poopery.
All right. Okay.
This is toilet humor, and I won't tolerate it.
I have a movie gun
Mm.
loaded with 1 movie bullet. I'm going to
Let's see
pass
if
it
she
around.
turns the
I'm
sound on today.
immune.
And you're going to put it against your fucking temple. Mikey B isn't even here. That bitch is in Chicago.
You got to aim for the west.
I'm going to aim the west.
Aim it to the east. Aim it
This
to the
would
west.
be like a gangland execution.
Mikey
then.
B. You live. For now.
For now.
Freddy!
So
Shoot yourself.
Oh. Ouch.
You look sad.
I was so young.
I know. Lit up a room, though. You
Never had time for a boyfriend.
Too busy with school.
give you the shirt off his back.
He didn't even get a finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to haunt you, Amy.
Yeah.
Yep. You get to watch a McG movie.
Is it the babysitter?
The babysitter?
I want to see
Babysitter.
this.
Yeah.
This one is courtesy of Esther.
The babysitter?
She was excited to see it and what we thought of it.
I'm going to watch this too.
The Babadook sitter?
Watch
Babadook
together if
sitter.
you want.
The babysitter, there's a kid, and his babysitter is part of a satanic cult that will stop at nothing to keep him quiet.
So this is not like
good.
this is not like a some kind of
Wonderful.
cradle
It's
rocks
different.
the cradle baby
No.
crush thing.
And the kid's name is Cole. When Cole stays up past his bedtime, he discovers that his hot babysitter is part of a satanic cult.
That is what happened.
Apparently, the babysitter is Hugo Weaving's niece.
Her name is Samara Weaving.
Basket weaving?
Does she look just like Hugo Weaving? Because then that's not a hot babysitter.
You know what? Speak for yourself.
I mean, Hugo Weaving is hot for an old guy, but an old guy teenage babysitter.
Is he Mr. Anderson?
Yeah.
Is that him? Okay, thank you.
It's also Elrond
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
of Rivendell.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Elrond Hubbard.
You're the first one to ever make that
I'm
joke.
sure.
Elrond.
Oh no.
But lock it.
That one is for the listeners who heard Kelly's rant about that 2 weeks ago. That was for you.
I thought you were gonna say Elrond Cool J, and I was
Elrond
gonna be really
Cool
excited,
J.
and then you fucked it up.
Yeah.
No, you did.
No, you did.
By not enjoying my trolling.
It's F. Rodo.
F. Rodo. I get it.
All right, we're going to move on. We'll be right back.
White people, come on.
Hey, welcome back. This week's main attraction, we continue TV specials, TV Halloween specials, and I misspoke at the beginning.
3 of 3.
This is 3 of 3, not 2 of 3. And so those other 2 episodes are out there.
So go ahead and let your disappointment fall off of you like so much dead, dry skin.
Yeah. What have we done so far? Let's bring it current.
Dawson's Creek,
And
And Friends.
Friends.
well, let's do it week by week.
And then the first week was
Dawson's Creek
Dawson's Creek,
Frasier.
and
Frasier.
Frasier,
and then
and then
American Horror Story,
American Horror Story,
Colvan.
and Friends.
and Franz.
And this week we're going to kick it off with Mr. Boogedy. Originally didn't air at Halloween. It aired April 20th, 420. Ironically,
Hitler's birthday.
when we get to the trivia about this movie, that seems really appropriate.
Yeah, it does.
1986.
And can I say something about Mr. Boogedy?
It's a trivia problematic.
No.
This is one of those things. Like, I feel like this is a thing that should have meant something to me as a kid, and somehow I missed it.
Do you remember it at all?
I remember the name. But I never. I don't think I ever watched it.
No,
Were you allowed to watch it?
Yeah, I could watch what I wanted, but like, I just never did. So I have zero nostalgia for this.
Well, I never heard of it until Freddie said, "Let's do Mr.
I never
Boogedy."
saw it, and it was terrible.
Yeah, I think
let's be real.
It didn't make an imprint on like pop culture because it wasn't good.
I know.
Really?
I definitely, Mr. Boogedy, gets mentioned from time to time.
Yeah.
I've definitely heard it mentioned.
Because Freddy.
Kids, no, it's not just me. And I'm sure a lot of our listeners who are around my age were just the right age to
That sounds
really
gross.
appreciate this.
just
And
the right age.
I do believe it re-aired in
It definitely
October.
did.
I think they repositioned this as a Halloween special later in the year.
I also feel like they repeated it like a couple times over the years.
And then they made a sequel, Bride of Boogedy.
There's a lot of star power in this.
I remember Mr. Boogedy. Like, I remember it.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch it.
So this was directed by someone who's probably best known for directing a lot of Jefferson's episodes.
Oh.
But he did also make a feature called Bustin' Loose with Richard Pryor, which is a great
He made Bustin'
movie.
Loose?
Yeah. Well, he and Michael Schultz, I think, was brought in to kind of fix some of the stuff. But
To fix up the Mr. Boogedy mistakes.
probably the Mr. Boogedy
Bustin'
mistakes.
Loose.
If you've never seen Bustin' Loose, it's pretty great.
They brought him in to cut out all of John Aston's scenes from Bustin' Loose.
This was written by the writer of the Philadelphia Experiment,
Oh.
Hardly Working.
Twerking hot. Twerking hot or hardly twerking.
Can't hardly work.
And he also wrote some episodes of The Hitchhiker, which is a great anthology show.
We need to talk about the cast.
And this starred Richard Mazer. I was friends with his nephew growing up.
Yeah, I know Bud.
Bud, if you're listening.
Is that
We love you. We
is
miss
that the
you.
dad?
Yeah, it's the dad.
No,
Yeah.
what
He was
do we-
also
Stanley Uris.
What do we know him from?
Stanley Uris.
He was in
Stanley Uris.
Stephen King's It. He was in The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Wasn't
Yeah.
he like the president of the Academy? Or
He
something?
was involved
SAG.
with
SAG,
Amy.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll look it up. Just keep going.
Okay. He was in Risky Business, My Girl.
I think you mean Rixie Business.
Oh, he was in... That's good shit. He has 140 credits. He was also most recently been on Orange is the New Black.
I thought he had died.
No.
Stan did, though.
Still alive. Amy.
Spoiler alert. Read a book.
He's going strong at 68. Richard Mazer, love him. Mimi Kennedy plays the mom in this. Now, Mimi Kennedy is a familiar face.
Now.
Isn't she always a mom?
Yeah, she's always a mom.
And when I say mom, she's a ma'am.
Well, she's on the series Mom, the TV show Mom.
Yeah, ma'am.
If that helps.
She's a ma'am. Listen,
Ma'am.
what I am first is a ma'am.
Ma'am.
And then after
And my
that, I'm a
kid's ma'am.
wife. And then after that, I like to watch TV.
Can I tell you, there was some sort of kerfluffle on my migraine support group on Facebook.
Man.
I wasn't aware of it, and somebody got like banned, and then the mods had to like post something like "Don't be mean to people," and this woman just kept calling everybody a bitch. #snowflake. So I go to her Facebook page. 'Cause I'm like, who's this bitch? And one of her descriptions of herself was "stay-at-home dog mom."
Whoa.
Wait. This is in response to one of your posts about a migraine?
No, I
Or
don't
it was just in the
post that.
group. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Do you
apparently
guys just throw like
there was a fight.
migraine memes back and forth at each other?
Honestly, I can't with these people. There is literally no fucking grammar. They don't like punctuation.
There's literally no grammar.
Literally
They're in
none.
pain, though, Amy. They can't.
No, I
They
can't.
can't be bothered. They're
no.
like, oh, God!
There's no way.
Is there Kelsey grammar?
Yes.
Yeah.
I honestly, I need out
Is
of
there
this
country
nonsense
grammar?
because it's
Nelly.
you can't say anything without somebody saying, "Have you tried CBD oil?" or "Have you tried a daith piercing?"
Kratom?
Anyway, it's dumb. But she's super into Trump and she's a stay-at-home dog mom.
How do we get on that again?
I just felt like
Moms.
talking about her.
Moms?
Mams.
No.
She a bitch.
Let's get off moms.
Mams.
Get off moms.
Yeah, he served 2 terms as president of the Screen Actors Guild.
Thank you for your service.
I just wanted to know that I was right.
If you run into a Richard Mazer at an airport or at a coffee shop, thank him.
Yeah. When you kneel for the anthem, you're disrespecting him.
You're
Yeah.
disrespecting
Richard Mazer. They have 2 sons in this movie, Benji Gregory from Alf and David Faustino.
Best known as Grandmaster B, street
Yeah.
rapper Grandmaster B.
That was David Faustino?
Yeah.
No.
yeah, the older,
Yeah.
the older,
The older
son.
brother, yeah.
Maybe it's because the copy I watched was real grainy.
The one
Maybe.
not named Corwin.
Corwin!
No, he was Corwin.
Corwin!
He was Corwin.
The other one was Ari.
Corwin!
Ari.
Corwin.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of Corwins now.
Corwin.
That's a very
What
white
was Richard
name.
Mazur's character's name again? It was like Kafifi.
Carlton, Amy.
Carlton.
How do you forget that?
Annoying, tedious man with lots of little pranky jokies.
Ugh. Did you talk about Christy Swanson yet?
No. And
Christy.
then they have the oldest child, the teen daughter, the incomparable Christy Swanson.
Swansong.
The original Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
And also from the TV meals too.
TV meals?
TV dinners.
Oh. Oh, I get it.
She was also in that Deadly Friend.
Yeah, I like Deadly Friend.
I hate Deadly Friend.
I know you do. But I like it.
I know you do.
I did not like Mr. Boogedy.
No,
It's real dumb.
And he's like, cut to the fucking chase. I did not like Mr. Boogedy.
It was so dumb.
I didn't like the dad because, like Kelley said, he's
awful.
He's exhausting.
He also doesn't believe them when they're clearly in a haunted house.
Here's the thing that bothers me about some of these movies and TV shows.
But it is a goofy kids movie.
Duh. I'm clearly.
Duh.
I know.
Duh.
But what I wanted to say is the thing about, like in The Conjuring or in this, I'm moving my whole family to a brand new house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go there and clean it first.
Yeah.
Why do you force your whole family to move into a cobweb, dusty,
Because he
disgusting
owns
old
and
house?
operates a business called Gag City.
Yeah.
The house in The Conjuring only the cellar was cobwebby.
Well, it's just in this whole house was covered in cobwebs.
Well,
like, go
Amy's
clean it
saying-
out for a day.
Because a lot of these people, they buy the house sight unseen. They just move in.
Who does that?
So you have to look at that shit before
Don't you
move
feel
in.
like they bought this house because it was all jacked up?
Well,
he
wanted-
did get out of the van and say, it is
The
a fixer-upper.
fixer-upper.
As advertised. And it was being sold by Lucifer Falls Real Estate.
Which sounds legit.
It had a devil on the sign, and it said "not haunted," and then that sign fell off that said "not haunted," and then just to drive that point home, the word "not" burned off the sign spontaneously, so it said "haunted."
And then, a flock of
Yeah.
crows came along and took the ashes, and they dropped them into a bottomless chasm.
Yeah.
And there was like a burping, roaring sound like the fucking Sarlacc pit.
Such a subtle name, Lucifer Falls.
Lucifer
Yeah.
Falls.
Yeah.
Doesn't it give you the impression that
John Astin.
John Astin was the only thing I liked about this
Yeah.
movie.
He's the real estate agent, Neil Witherspoon, and Neil without her spoon, right?
Didn't you get the impression that like they had to move because somehow they were poor? But except
Yeah.
he owns a bunch of he owns a store.
Like, this was their last ditch effort to get Gag City off the
I get the
ground.
feeling that Gag City is kind of like Amway, where he just had to buy his inventory.
Yeah.
and like got all the Gag City jackets that he makes his family wear.
Yeah.
Well, I remember him saying, like, we're going to be the only Gag City within, like, 100-mile radius.
Yeah.
I'm like, is there such a demand
Is
for...
it franchised? Is he
People
a
are franchised.
franchisee?
That's what it sounds like to me.
But does he think his business is going to take off in this small-ass town?
In Lucifer Falls.
What-
People
Everybody
are
loves
bored,
gags.
Is there a big demand for pranks?
Wherever
I-
people are bored, there's a demand for a Gag City.
Lucifer Falls feels like a place you would go on Halloween. Maybe it's like a Salem. Or
It feels like it was made for Halloween.
Yeah.
Like literally built as a tourist attraction for Halloween.
Right. They even have their own legend.
They have
about
John
ghosts.
Astin.
Yeah, it's Mr. Boogedy. Who
Mr.
rest in
Boogedy.
peace. The actor who plays Mr. Boogedy passed away just 4 months ago.
Now he's the
Howard
real
Witt.
Mr. Boogedy.
Now he's a real Mr. Boogedy.
Did he get a finish?
I don't know. It's a
So
good
back in
question.
the day, he was just a grumpy little bitch, and he would just yell at all the children, "Boogedy!"
Yeah.
This is essentially it, right? But he was in
Just
love
like Ray
with...
Stevens.
Then above
Boogada,
and beyond
boogada.
that, Mr. Boogedy, more so than just being kind of a boogedy bully, also was a kidnapper. He kidnapped the widow Marion's son because she wouldn't marry him.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
He's a bitch.
This is pretty dark backstory for a Disney.
Yeah, it was
Sunday
pretty godly.
movie.
Was
Well,
this his house, or his house had been there, or something?
This was they burned his house down. I think they said, and anything that's built.
they were
on the-
tired of
on the
hearing him say
ground.
boogedy.
Because
Yeah.
he blew his house up. Remember, they said
Okay.
he used magic, and
he sold
blew
his soul to
house
the
up.
devil
So-
for a cloak.
Yeah,
So he had a house and he blew it up and then they built another spooky house
yeah.
on top of that. It wasn't enough that he lived in that house. He lived
Yeah.
in a house before that spooky house.
I mean, it's possible that those cobwebs just spontaneously
how
regenerate
the hell
every
long
time you
ago
clean
was
them.
it?
How
the
long?
1800s.
Yeah.
They were wearing pilgrim outfits.
Wasn't it even before then?
It was like
I don't even know.
I think it was supposed to be like
Salem times.
it's
So he
supposed to
sells his soul to the devil for a cloak so he can get the widow or something?
He sold his soul to the old timey devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like the pitchfork and the little devil horns.
Well, you got to keep in mind the reason you're seeing it that way is because John Astin is telling the story via the history pop-up book. Which I wish all history books
That
were
is
pop-up
so
books.
charming, though. I love that.
Well,
yeah.
At the Historical Society, there's a pop-up book that tells us the history of the town.
Yeah.
I do love John Astin in this. He's great.
He's always good.
Well, yeah, he's wonderful.
It doesn't matter. In the end, Mr. Boogedy
Is he still alive?
let...
Mr. Boogedy?
John Astin passed away a couple years ago.
Okay. I didn't want to. Usually I say, I just
Oh,
make
no,
a
he
blanket
is,
statement.
he is still alive.
Good for him.
What?
He's got to be 2,000 years old.
Oh, was it Patty Duke that died?
Were they married?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought so.
I don't know.
We're gonna
Can I
find
get through
out
my
together.
sentence?
Yes.
So the point is, he kidnapped Widow Marion's son, and then they'd all died, and she's can't get in the house, and the ghost of her kid's in the house, and she's trying to get the kid, but Mr. Boogedy is in the house, and he's not going to let her
Boogedy!
get in, the ghost, and then he's going to try to get rid of this family.
Boogedy!
And so he likes,
He says boogedy.
he says Boogedy.
Boogedy!
He's like spectral footprints on the walls, but apparently those are great gag
They
gifts.
peel off, and he's like, "Peel off? I can sell these."
Mm-hmm.
I barely know.
It was just dumb. It's just a dumb little kids movie.
Best
Yeah.
thing about it,
Yeah.
watch it on YouTube so you can get it was taped off of somebody's VHS.
Yeah, there's multiple ones too with different commercial breaks.
Yeah, you get the Wonderful World of Disney movie, or this. They changed the title of that show a couple times because for a while it
this
was Wonderful World, of Disney.
and then this was the Disney Sunday night movie.
Yeah, but it's the same show. Michael
Yeah.
Eisner, goddamn him, would come out and
Do we hate him? Because I can never
I
remember if
love
we
Michael
don't
Eisner.
I don't
like
know
him or not.
I just think he's got kind of an asshole's face.
He does. He has like a corporate dickwad's face.
Yeah, so I have no idea what kind of person he is, but he's
And
got
his
an
foot
asshole's
bag.
face.
But he seemed to be
Like
like
Arya.
so into it, which
no, he
I really
did.
appreciate.
As a kid, I thought he was great.
Yeah.
And he comes out and does his little introduction, and like it's very like you get to watch the intro with the mummy doing the dance.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I love the intro. So that for me is the best part of this, and the commercials.
Yeah.
Because the commercials are included.
Yeah, if you watch it on Hoopla like Amy and I did, they're
Don't-
not. You
don't
don't
do
get
that.
you don't get the Eisner intro. It goes straight to the little title card that says
Yeah.
Mr. Boogedy.
You get to see it in crisp HD
If
as opposed to like a VHS transfer.
for donors at the $10 level, you get the Michael Eisner intro, the commercials, and that VHS feel that we all know and love. So please, our phone bank is ready.
So before the show though, Andy was like, "Oh, it has everything on YouTube." So we looked it up, and that's when I realized there's a West Coast. So if you grew
East
up,
Coast, West Coast.
there's
Yeah,
East Coast.
I watched the Pittsburgh one,
yeah,
and I was like, "Ew, Pittsburgh."
Did you get Disney World commercials?
Yes.
yeah, and then they get Disneyland commercials on the one from the other
yeah.
one was San Francisco, I think. And
The one I
it's
saw
just
had
fun.
a commercial for Captain EO, and I was like, "Oh, wish I hadn't fallen asleep during that."
Remember? Do you remember the old Juicy Fruit ad where it's like, take a sniff, pull it out?
Yeah. Take a sniff, pull it out.
The taste is gonna hit you when you pop it in your mouth.
Yep.
You smell that? That's gum.
That was a legit jingle.
Taste.
And then there was the Almond Joy commercial.
Some
we talked
words
about.
about almond joy.
The Almond Joy sex commercial.
Yeah, it was like, ooh, it sounded like a ghost that didn't finish.
Yeah.
That one is for all the women watching.
They're like, dribble this on your nipples.
It's the mom who is so exhausted on Sunday night after making dinner. And they're like, and then they have the other commercial. It's all the candy commercials are
Too
women
tired for sex?
who are
Have an
tired.
almond joy.
Don't make
Yeah.
dessert, just buy candy bars.
That's a sad life where your only respite from life is a candy bar.
Could you imagine that Becky bitch, the stay-at-home dog mom?
They got there was a lot of dancing in 80s commercials. A lot
Yeah.
of groups of people dancing.
Yeah, just like that Pepsi ad,
Just like all the ads.
Kylie Jenner.
The one I saw had a high C ad, and they did like a doo-wop type thing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they were dancing in the streets.
I remember that one. They're all dancing. There's always dancing. There's a group of youths, but they look kind of wholesome, they're kind of like newsies.
Well, products were more fun back then.
They were.
When you said that you described that high C ad, I imagined the dancing in the street video with Mick Jagger and David Bowie, but they're drinking out juice boxes.
That's exactly like
Nobody
that.
wants to be advertised
they
to
sold
anymore,
out.
right? We all just want like to have brand experiences.
Yeah.
And to interact with brands, which is bullshit. Nobody wants
Well,
to do that. I like commercials.
I can't
like
talk
ads.
about marketing without getting just absolutely furious.
I know.
We don't get a
Sorry.
chance to see commercials anymore because the way we watch TV is totally
Has
different.
everybody seen the
Well,
Liquid Plumber one?
Here's
the
the
butt
thing.
cracks?
That's great.
Businesses are strategizing on how to, like, I listened to a talk given by a business person where she was saying, like, why should we yeah, she was saying
business person.
why should we give, like, on our ads on YouTube, for a while you had the skip ad. She's like, why do we have that? We should get rid of that. And it seems like they have.
Honestly, do you want something for free? Somebody has to pay for it, and if you don't want to pay for it, then sit through a goddamn ad. I don't mind. And I'll pay for it on Hulu. I'll pay the extra money to not have to sit through the ad.
I'll pay my taxes too.
Yeah.
I want things. I want nice
I like
things.
roads.
Yeah.
People don't value entertainment the same way they value other things.
No one values.
consume.
No one values anything.
The normies at work were talking about about hacked Fire Sticks the other day, and part of me just wanted to like slap them in their faces, and like that's not cool. Like
It's
think
only like
about
$50. A Fire Stick is like a $50.
Right.
She's talking about the hacked ones where you can steal everything.
Everything.
I see
Yeah,
what
like
you're
the
saying.
hack
With
jailbroken
the
one.
Kobo or whatever it is.
Yeah. Like that's not okay. Really,
I thought Kelley was like, but it's a great deal.
No, I thought you were saying they wanted to like buy cheap ones
But-
off of.
If I had a choice, I'd rather not pay for stuff.
Do you want to watch commercials with it then?
No.
Then you can't have it.
Amy, I understand what you're saying, but
No, you can't have it then.
I paid to rent Wonder Woman last night.
Now the thing is, when you make it really difficult for me to get the thing I want, where you don't offer it to me anywhere streaming, even with commercials, I can't get it if I don't have a cable account
Well, yeah, then
number.
fuck you. Yeah.
Like fuck you, I will steal it then because you didn't give me an option for it. You want me to watch? I'm willing to watch it with commercials. Throw it on the internet for me, and I will watch it.
What do you think that reticence is?
I don't get it.
Like
really
in the
don't.
face of everyone else, like getting their shit together. Why do you think these holdouts do that?
I don't know.
Because they're terrified they're going to lose their business. Readjust.
Yeah.
Comcast.
Now tell me, this CBS All Access, do you have to watch commercials?
I don't know.
Even if you pay for the fucking thing?
I doubt it. I don't think you do because they have an ad-free version of it. So I think it works like Hulu where you pay a little extra to not have the ads.
That's fine. There's nothing on CBS I need that bad.
Amy,
I really want to see Star Trek though. But
I know
might
you're
wait.
right that
No, you
I
can't
should pay
have
for
it
things,
then,
but
Andy.
If I had, like I said, if I had a choice, I would rather not pay for stuff.
Well,
But I will say that-
but like you have to understand that
So
people
I
have to
can't
make money.
But I can't like knock them for like doing it.
They figured it out, guys. Though the era of ditching cable for the cost because it was cheaper to stream is going to be gone because everyone's going to have a streaming service.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why you have to. You work your free trials as much as you can, and you get in, you get it out.
You get multiple emails, so you can sign up
Well,
multiple times.
Well, then
it
you find
feels like a
out
lot of
sooner or
problems.
later. I think you fall into. You're like, you know what?
I'm happy here.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch. These shows are available to me. Fuck everything else. I'm just not
Agreed,
gonna
and
watch
that's
it.
what I mean. Yeah,
I feel like Netflix and Hulu take care of me really
Mostly.
well. I have
Agreed.
Amazon Prime. We watched Lore last night, first episode of Lore.
They give
Yeah.
me too much stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Amazon is nice. You can choose if you want to pay for it.
True.
Like you can say, I do want to pay for this or I don't.
Yeah.
So
and then we have
I'm-
Shudder and HBO now.
and a lot of shows that are on, like you can get on Amazon.
Right.
Like you can get full seasons of stuff.
And, a lot of these streaming services allow you multiple devices, so share it amongst your friends.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
afraid
think
they're gonna.
they care.
I'm afraid they're gonna crack down on that soon, though.
Yeah.
Well, they always have a limit. Like you can have like 5 device. Like our Netflix account allows 4 devices streaming simultaneously. That's how they limit it. It's not like they're saying you can't watch it at another person's house.
But Andy's worried that
nice.
they're going to crack down on that entirely
Yeah.
when they realize that people are just
one login, one. But they can
One
control
device at
it.
a time. I mean,
They can control how many devices are working.
Well, that's why I think he's saying that eventually they're gonna whittle it down to one.
One.
to whine.
I think marketing wise that's bad because you're marketing to the average family.
A family has kids.
Oh, I agree with you that
adults.
it's a bad marketing move, but that doesn't stop.
Well, they offer tiers though. You can buy a 2-person plan.
Lots of tears. I'm crying tears of.
That's true. You can pay less
of money.
Yeah, if you just want 2 devices, you can pay for 2.
So how many devices do you have left on your account so I can jump on that?
It's how many are working simultaneously. So like if I'm watching it, Amy's watching it, you're watching it, a 4th person could be watching it at the same time.
Mr. Boogedy.
Mr.
All right.
We're talking in the era of commercial television here. That's most of what we're covering. So I think it's a
That's
valid
much more
point.
interesting than Mr. Boogedy.
Does anybody else sometimes miss commercials?
I do, especially after watching the ones that from the 80s. They were just so charming.
Sometimes.
And I'm not necessarily saying I miss the actual commercials. I miss kind of that
I like jingles.
built-in break.
The breaks.
Yeah. And I know, of course, I could pause it and do whatever I want, but that's silly to pause it because I want to check Twitter.
For 30 seconds.
That doesn't make any sense.
But like I like commercials because some of them were like very memorable, and we still talk about them.
And we all knew the jingle and we could sing along to them, but you can't really.
Do you have
take
your
a sniff.
favorites?
Yeah.
I have a lot of favorite commercials.
Okay, Kelley, Home Improvement.
Wait. We didn't get to this. Was supposed to be a Cheech and Chong movie.
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah.
Which is why it's funny that they released it on 420.
It was supposed to be like a more adult kind of thing.
Like Cheech and Chong move in a haunted house. Is that what
it was going to be a Cheech and Chong haunted house movie, and then they ended up reconfiguring it.
I tell you, some weed would have helped get me through this.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean, it
doesn't hold up.
Like 40.
I think it's fair to say it's a terrible movie.
We should go back and revisit Fuzz Bucket. Do you remember Fuzz Bucket?
No.
It was Another Wonderful World of Disney about an alien. He kind of looked like Alf.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuzz Bucket.
Fuzz Bucket. Look it up. That's a lost one, but I remember it.
Huh.
That's the one I watched instead of Mr. Boogedy.
As long as one person remembers it, it's never lost.
So do you remember like his rubber egg from Mr. Boogedy, and it squirted water?
Yeah.
I was like, why is it rubber egg squirt water?
Because it's gags on gags on gags.
But eggs don't squirt.
Eggs don't squirt.
It's on Hoopla, Fuzz Bucket.
Pain don't hurt.
See?
Yeah.
The gag
Kelley Kombrinck, the rememberer of things.
The gag doesn't make sense because eggs don't squirt.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. Where did the water come from?
That's horrifying.
Freddy's talking about Fuzz Bucket right
Fuzz Bucket looks like Zelda from Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
It is available on Hoopla or probably YouTube.
It's probably on YouTube, yeah. With commercials. Oh, that's horrifying.
So maybe we should watch Fuzz Bucket.
Fuzz Bucket.
All right.
Buzz Bucket.
It sounds like a slur.
Let's go to the 90s.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward in time.
Time machine. Haunting of Taylor House, season 2, episode 6. Home Improvement.
Real quick, my favorite part of this episode, they had to get rid of because I'm sure for licensing. Because in the end, I'm going to skip ahead during the part where they scared the little kid. Initially, they played Inagata Davida. And that was part of it because it was sounded all trippy to this kid.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting for it, and then it didn't happen. And I was like, those motherfuckers. This was the whole reason I wanted to watch it.
It's like the Dawson's Creek thing we did.
Yeah, we watched it on Hulu. That's where it's all of Home Improvement is streaming right now. So yeah, on a legitimate streaming service, they probably had licensing issues. That sucks. Why can't we figure that out better?
I don't know. This episode aired October 28th, 1992. Tim, the Toolman Taylor, is showing Al how to carve a pumpkin in the opening using explosives.
And it turns out his experiment actually worked this time.
I loved him. I will say it unabashedly.
I watched that show
when
it was on. I was a happy camper.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go back and revisit Home Improvement. I don't need to. But I like Tim.
Oh, well, yeah, he's great.
He's
Tim Allen is
fun-loving.
he's such a... He's got something.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Tim Allen is problematic as a human.
Yeah, I liked him when I was 12 years old when his hijinks were funny. But looking back on it as an adult, it's like it must be exhausting.
He's like Mr. Boogedy Dad.
Yeah. He is just
better.
Like Boogedy Dad.
I know it's like a sitcom dad trope, but
Yeah.
he seems more exhausting than most sitcom dads.
And I don't think he's necessarily better than the Richard Mazer character. I just think that
think he's better.
The accoutrement surrounding Tim Allen is better.
I could deal with Tim as my dad better than Richard Mazer.
Oh, yeah, for
Mr.
sure.
Boogedy is my dad.
Well, you think that I don't know? Did he give anybody any? Oh no, he did. He gave a true heart to heart to his bully faced kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid did have bully face.
Bully face.
Oh,
for
and
real.
even when this was on, I used to think,
Yeah.
God, that kid's got like he looks like a hatchet. Like he just wants to he looks like he just wants to pound on nerds with his mullet and his big beefy wide set eyes
He
and his
showed up on Buffy late in the game.
giant forehead. Yeah, I
Zachary
remember.
Ty Bryan.
Yeah.
He's like blonde hair, blue eyed, so he's like the Aryan bully.
He just looked mean.
That's like,
And he always looked
that's like
like-
a prototype of a
Yeah.
bullies
These kids
back in
with
the
blonde
80s.
mullets were never good news.
He looked like he was mad at a math problem a lot
Yeah,
of the time.
always. He always looked mean.
Yeah.
That's why Simba was always the popular one.
Yeah, JTT.
JTT.
Because he smiled.
I like the
understood
real little
that.
one who dressed up like his dad.
Do you remember?
That was cute.
That was
Like
when that kid
Miles
became.
on
Frasier
Frasier.
took it. Frasier ripped off Home Improvement.
Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? You ever wonder what when that kid, the youngest one, like in the later seasons, became a goth and maybe gay,
Yes!
and it became like
Yes!
a real drama point for the show.
Yes.
I forgot
He would
about
wear
that.
makeup.
I remember he was the tallest of all of them eventually.
Yeah,
Because JTT had he kind of stunted growth.
yeah. He had the Corey disease.
Yeah.
He
He was in a movie called Little Bigfoot 2: The Journey Home.
Did you guys were you shocked a little bit because I didn't remember that it was set in Detroit,
Yeah, I same here. In
Yeah.
fact, Elise said, "Oh, I forgot this was set in Detroit."
and I was like, oh,
The,
Detroit's a
the
lot different
far out
now.
suburbs of Detroit.
Of course, probably.
I love their house so much.
They
do have a great house.
They're in Detroit meaning they're like in Lansing or like
Yeah.
Holland or some other town that's nowhere near Detroit.
Livonia,
Yeah.
Do you think? Now this will blow your mind. Patricia Richardson is 66 now.
Northville.
Doesn't blow my mind. She always
No?
looked kind of 66.
There was
People looked older back
They
then.
need to say, okay, two things. So we have two moms that we're talking about. Mr. Boogedy mom, who wore a collared shirt over another collared shirt, which, okay, if you do you, lady, that's fine. But such a mom look. Mom hair, mom look, the whole shebang.
Ma'am.
It was never about her looking like a woman. Then we have... or that's not fair.
Ma'am.
And I understand that. I was a bad
That's not bad feminine. That's bad feminism.
I know.
They can wear whatever they want. If I
okay.
could, I would wear applique vests all the time.
Would you wear a collared shirt on a collared shirt on
I
a
would
collared shirt on a
have like seasonal cardigans. I love a seasonal cardigan.
You're a love fool.
Well, then there's Patricia
Richardson.
Patty. What's her real name?
Patty
Patricia
Richardson.
No, I meant
Mr.
her
Boogedy?
character name.
Jill.
Jill. Jill was also just given
She's a ma'am.
like she's got meow. Oh,
It's just-
she is such a meow.
It's a lot
She's
of
a ma'am.
a lot of denim everywhere.
Yeah.
Never
not good.
don't show that you are in any way, shape, or form.
It's the
A
way
person
they.
with curves.
Well, it's like the way they costume cast members at Disney World.
That's fine. I get
They're
it.
like, we don't want you to register any
distracted.
boners. And what
They
is
have
it-
a meter. They go through the park with a meter, like checking for boners. You can't see them, but this PKE meter.
I mean, they really should.
Hey,
It's full of kids. Okay.
do you notice that all the three of the sons had their real names? The actors all sound like serial killer names.
Yeah, 3 names.
Yeah, Taryn Noah Smith,
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and Zachary Ty Bryan.
Zachary Ty Bryan for sure.
He's the
The trial of Zachary
bully
Ty
face.
Bryan ended today with a guilty verdict. His confession to the 30 victims that he murdered and put in his attic and had sexual relations with dead bodies with Zachary Ty Bryan in court today. Check it out.
All right, kid is having
Who the fuck is that?
what is
That's
that?
Zachary Ty Bryan
That's him now.
of Reese and Code Breakers.
Does he still look like a bully?
God,
So-
they're hogging all the first names between
Bully
Jonathan
face,
Taylor
bullet
Thomas
head.
and
Yeah,
Is having a party, a Halloween party, and his friends are coming over.
He does still look like a bully.
yeah. Now
And-
he looks like a Nazi in that picture.
He
Well, they're bullies. They're the greatest bullies.
And Jill is really doing a good job. Like, and then Tim's down there haunting up the basement.
Yeah.
Jill's making fun snacks.
Did you guys ever have a house in your neighborhood where they went all out?
No.
And made like a haunted house for
I did one
trick-or-treaters?
year, remember?
We did in Amy's basement, but not basement, garage.
Garage.
I remember there was one house in my friend's neighborhood in the garage every single year. They had like a walkthrough type thing.
Yeah.
Like Roseanne or like Tim the Two-Man Taylor did.
Mhm.
It was like so cool. I wonder if people still do that.
You can't do that. Well, actually, people do still do that. When we would take the kids trick-or-treating around, when we would leave our shitty neighborhood of Northbrook, when we would go around the corner to the nicer neighborhood, there was a family that would do that. But they didn't have it through their garage. They actually built they had like some kind of like overarching like canvas things that they decorated, so it was just on their driveway, so it was less
really
intimidating. Cool. Yeah, it was cool.
And houses still give out treat bags full of things, or just candy bars now?
That was always my mom's thing. Like, we always had to make treat bags.
Those are my favorite things to have.
They are nice.
Because it was so fun to get more than one thing.
Maybe we'll do that this year for the 3 children that actually come through this fucking
Because
neighborhood.
sometimes you get...
Well, you guys should pop on by and after your 3 children come through.
Yeah.
Oh, pop on
you
by.
guys either had to put in vampire teeth or a plastic ring.
Ooh, spider ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have a party for Brad. Of course, his name is Brad. 'Cause he's the bully face mullet head.
And his girlfriend's gonna come over, and they have agreed to dress up as Raggedy Ann and
She is
Andy.
too young to be such a cunt.
Okay, how...
Okay.
Oh,
They wrote that character so cunty.
Cunts have no age.
This is true.
Well, as someone who...
You can be a cunt no matter what the age.
You know, young cunts.
well, I knew young cunts.
fine young cuntables.
Yeah. That movie. It was that movie with.
Come on, I deserve a bigger laugh
with
for that.
Emilio Estevez and Lou Diamond Phillips.
The fine young
The
Young
cunts.
cunts.
Young cunts too. Blaze of Glory.
Cuntables. It's for like when you're on a trip.
Yeah.
You need something quick and
It's just
fast.
filled with pepperoni and weird little soft crackers.
You just squeeze the cunt in your mouth.
Yeah, take a sniff. Pull it out.
All right.
Take a sniff. Pull it out.
The word cunt has nothing to do with anything sexual. It's about being a fucking cunt, and you know it.
Yeah.
Okay, she was a cunt too. She was a cunt, but he was a cunt too.
Yeah.
Well, he was a little bitch.
Yeah.
He was a little bitch.
Did it, though.
And cunts have no gender either. You can
just
be a
this-
dude and be a
The
cunt.
thing I hate, and women don't do this, and I'm sure I've done it, okay? I'm sure I have. I'm a human being. I'm problematic. But the whole, like, if you don't know what I'm mad about, then
Hey,
you should know.
Don't prove the 80s right.
Amy, I understand.
What do you understand?
Did it work?
Yeah, I do feel better. I just want to be
Yeah.
understood.
That's all I need to say.
That whole, like, women are from Mars, men are from Venus, or women are from Venus and men are from... I don't know where you are from, okay? I just know that whole, well, I'm not going to tell you why I'm mad. I'm just mad.
I did
should
like
know.
that. I like that scene. I got a lot of laughs out of this episode. Now, let me dial that
Chuckles.
back. I got a few chuckles out of this. I like the scene because I like when he said, "Why I picked her," because she's mad at him because he picked
little
another
girlfriend.
girl to play on his kickball team, and she says it to him, and in a typical like matter of fact like dumb guy way, as was
was doo-doo.
he said, "Well, I wanted to win."
And the thing is, he's probably 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a girlfriend when I was 12 too, but
No.
we saw how that worked out.
Well,
No.
she must have been something else.
You're
Because you're ruined.
it
No,
was
like,
one of the Mapes twins.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Chelsea or Tia?
It
Oh,
was,
am I not supposed to say
Tia
their names?
Tamara.
it was Tara. She was my first kiss too.
Tia
Aw,
Tamara
Andy.
Maury.
And my first date, we went to Forest Fair Mall.
Yeah, what did you do?
We saw Look Who's Talking To,
Sister,
Oh, that's a good one.
and her sister had to come with us too.
sister.
No, like this, they're too young. She
But,
could
like-
be mad, but like I feel like a little girl at the time would make a she'd yell then. She would be like, "Well, I'm not telling him. I'm just gonna come to the party with another boy, and I'm gonna dress real mean.
That's
I'm gonna
I don't know.
eat
idea.
snacks pissed offedly."
As
That's her
someone
idea
who
of like a sexy costume.
Like teenagers, 20-year-old,
Yeah.
30-year-old, women older than that, sure. She's just, unless her mom turned her into a cunt.
Yeah.
Her mom is a cunt.
things like that happen.
She was
Yeah,
raised
That's
cuntily.
not like that wasn't too far off the mark.
All right. I just don't feel like these kids are emotionally there to be assholes to one another yet.
Well, that's why they're assholes. They're not emotionally like.
That was totally some dude in the writer's room having it out with his wife in his mind via the script. But anyway.
Yeah, probably.
But Kelley has kids. He knows. I think it's pretty spot on.
It is spot.
Oh,
I mean,
no, the Brad, his behavior, for sure.
No, and girls.
Oh.
That's
At
not,
that age?
That's what I was trying. Yeah, at that age, kids are a microcosm.
Stop telling me how kids act just because you have kids, okay?
I
think I know
Well, maybe
more
I
than you.
I think
Mainly-
you were more.
I'm being sarcastic right
I
now.
know. Well, I was going to say actually the main place where I know this from is from when I was a kid.
I think Amy, you were probably were a more mature child than most people.
Although they are probably middle school aged, and I forgot that's when everybody's a fucking asshole cunt.
They're trying to be grown up.
Yeah, you're right.
I usually am.
Communication is key, everybody, in a relationship.
Do you want to hear a fun fact about the actor who played Wilson?
I'd love it.
Rest in peace, by the way. He was great.
Oh, he died?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he died a long time ago. He loved country music.
What was that horror movie he was in?
I don't know. I'll check for you, though. He loved country music, playing poker, and collecting stamps and coins.
That sounds fun.
Just like Wilson would.
He sounds like a
What
grandpa.
a pleasant man.
Like a fun uncle.
Mm-hmm. A Funkle.
Earl Hindman.
Hyman.
Let's talk about the basement.
Yeah. It was set up pretty cool. Mm-hmm. You had Richard Karn in Fangs and
He was doing the Jackie role.
Yeah.
Just ahead.
He was doing the Jackie role. It was very much they were sort of tandem shows a little bit.
Yeah, didn't Roseanne start in like 88?
Yeah, I'm not saying like time-wise. I mean kind of like feel-wise.
A very similar...
It was like the Connors were the poor
philosophy.
versions of the Taylors.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
The poorer, like, kind of
Funnier.
crankier.
Yeah.
I feel like Dan and Tim would get along.
Oh, they would. They would be. Those families would be friends. But like Roseanne would I think kind of make jokes about Patricia Richardson being such a ma'am.
Yeah. Becky was kind of a cunt, and Brad was a cunt.
Yeah,
they'd
be fucking.
Yeah.
And then Darlene and JTT would just be sarcasming at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember how much of a cunt Becky was sometimes?
Oh, Becky was the worst. Oh my God, when she slammed her door and they took the door down, I wanted to punch Becky so hard in her fucking face.
Again, here's the parallels continue because much like Tyler Gomdun Chubby, she had like shitty face too all the time.
She did have
And
shit.
Yeah, Becky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would call that Becky from Roseanne face.
Yeah.
And JTT and Darlene were kind of the same person.
Very just caustic and sarcastic and like.
And then you had the little ones.
DJ and whatever the fuck his name was.
Randy.
That's his only descriptor. The little one.
The little one.
The little one who gets all gothy and gay later.
Remember when DJ jerked off in the music room and he got caught?
Vaguely.
What?
And they had to have a talk about masturbation.
I don't remember that.
That's a real episode.
You may be thinking, you were back, Earl Hindman, I think you may be thinking of an episode of Tales from the Dark Side.
Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure because that's the only like horror credit. I see.
Wilson's a great pumpkin carver.
Yo, he's a great everything.
And he does a really great job as the mummy in the basement haunted house.
They always had if you've never seen this show, there's a running gag, they hide Wilson's face.
Yep.
Because he had no lower face.
Yeah.
Because he had no face. He was the Phantom of the Opera.
He was burned away with acid.
You just didn't know.
By Dr. Poison.
He moved to suburban Detroit after Christine got away.
So I have to say, they kept making fun of her carrot costume, but I thought it was pretty awesome.
I do like the carrot
costume. It was a cute costume.
It was so cute.
Jill was supposed to get something scary, but...
She was a real good sport.
Yeah.
She was always a real good sport.
You had to be. You're married to the guy from Gag City / Tool Time. If you're not a good sport, you're going to murder-suicide.
I bet she loves her almond joys too.
I would love that to be the last episode of the series, the series finale.
Candy bars are her only escape from life.
She's like, Tim, pick me up a Snickers and some juicy fruit. Tim. That's my
Tim.
That's my Patricia Richardson.
There's a lot of yelling Tim in that show.
I need a Slim Jim,
Tim, get me a Slim Jim. Check on the buns, Tim. Tim, are the buns sinking?
Somebody's ring-a-linging. Is it you?
Oh, one guess who it is. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Kelly's so fucking important.
He's like, sorry, it's the president. of the United States.
No, you know who it is? Real quick, does everybody want to know who that was?
Yeah.
Sure.
It was my son's friend who won't stop calling my phone to get a hold of him. Because my son doesn't have a phone right now.
Oh, is he in trouble?
Well, it's a long story.
Oh.
But so this kid just continuously calls my phone and asks if he can come stay the night, or if we can come pick him up.
What kid calls? This kid cannot text.
Maybe he's desperate.
Do you ever
He doesn't want a paper
Probably.
trail.
Do you ever pick up and have a conversation with him?
Yeah,
that
the
go?
other day.
Is he a
How
cool
old is
kid?
he?
Because 12?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what the number was. And I was like, why do I keep getting...
Ask him what he would do if his girlfriend wanted to dress like Raggedy Ann and Andy.
I don't want to talk to kids.
Okay, me either.
Yeah.
Outside of my own.
100%. Okay, Home Improvement. That was an interesting thing to revisit. It had been a really long time.
Yeah.
You should, next time that rings, you should answer it and put him on the speaker
Please don't.
and talk
I
to
do
him.
not want to be in charge
And
of
ask him
that.
what he thinks of Tool Time.
You'd be like, what?
So that like man versus woman humor is super dated, right?
Yeah.
It's
Or is
pretty
this-
dated.
I mean, I haven't seen like family sitcoms in a while, so I don't know if that stuff is still going
It has
on.
morphed a little
It's
bit.
much more mild now.
So
Yeah, it
like
has
the Big
morphed.
Bang Theory, it's like nerd versus woman. You have your accordings to Jim's.
well, that's...
well, no one
You
has
have your
that anymore.
Is that
Kevin's
show
can
still
wait.
on?
Is it?
Yeah.
According to Jim, lasted forever. I wouldn't be surprised if
No,
it was
I think
It's
still
just happening still.
on. It's in its 43rd season.
I haven't watched Kevin Can
off
Wait,
Broadway.
but I'm sure it's there.
Well, now it's just the King of Queens again.
It's just King of Queens again.
Because Leah Remini's the wife now.
King of Queens was like that.
I
Like,
love King of Queens.
Are
but-
Yeah, it
wives
was a good
still
show.
like harried and always put out?
Everybody Loves Raymond, which I fucking loved.
Yeah, that show is great.
Now, because we talked about King of Queens, Elise and I both really like King of Queens, and we had a conversation about this. Now, Carrie was not she was not shrewish. She did not really hassle Doug too much. It was usually his dumbassery, like he had to do something dumb to kind of get yelled at.
Did King of Queens do a Halloween special?
I don't know.
I know Everybody Loves Raymond did the
Barbara.
one where they gave out the condoms because they thought they were Halloween candy. That was a good one.
Oh, we should. You know what? For next year,
Yeah.
remember King of Queens and Everybody Loves Raymond.
Deborah.
Freddie and I have been watching Ghosted,
Oh.
Yeah,
Is it
that show's
fun?
fun.
It looks fun.
and they just did a Halloween. Their second episode was basically a Halloween special. It was Halloween night,
The second one is much better than the first.
Halloween
so if you
costumes.
yeah, if you watch the pilot and you're not sure if you like it, stick it out for the second one.
What's a pilot?
TV?
Yeah, the first show of anything is usually bad.
They just have a lot of setup to do, so you just don't
Yeah.
worry about it. Always give a show another option, another chance.
Consider the second episode the first episode.
I usually do. The Orville's a good example of that too.
Yeah.
I
That's
wasn't
getting
sure
better.
about that, and it gets every episode it gets better.
It's probably not going to last.
It needed to find its voice.
Probably
I feel like it's
Is Seth MacFarlane involved besides being an actor?
He writes a lot of it, but it's not super jokey.
Okay.
Which is what's going to hurt it, is because they marketed it as a comedy, and it's really honest to goodness like Star Trek style show.
Well,
There's some funny bits in it. It's light, but it's
way more
not-
jokey than a Star Trek would ever be.
Yeah, but it's way
It's
less.
still it's a
like,
comedy sci-fi.
if
movie.
you're watching like Family Guy, anything he's done to this point,
it's a lot less.
you're getting like, I'd say 10% of what they're trying to do is make you laugh, and the rest of it is storytelling, which is why it's a good show, I think, is because they're actually doing something that's interesting, and it's not just about getting the jokes off.
Which
'Cause
is something that Fox really loves. And they really like to invest in.
they like to
Yeah.
really
Storytelling.
give things time.
Yeah. They
that's
sure
sarcasm
do.
in Kelly's voice.
Hi,
is.
Elsa. Elsa came to visit her favorite boy.
Oh, can we say one more thing about Home Improvement? We have a friend that he says one of his first crushes was
Oh yeah,
Patricia Richardson?
Al,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, I don't get it, but like watching it now, it's like I get it now.
is it because you're older now and you see he's a younger man?
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, he's not just some guy on a Tool show.
Exactly. I was like, I get it now. It's like a plaid and a beard,
Yeah.
that goes
It's like bumps and a bump.
Yeah, except he has puffy hair.
Yeah.
He didn't have the best haircut.
He's Steve Harvey's hosting Family Feud, but didn't Richard Karn do it for a little
Yeah,
while?
he did do it for a little while.
Yeah.
And Louis Anderson.
So our friend that had a big crush on Al, I validate your you're crushed.
You got validation.
Yeah.
You should record a song called Plaid and a Beard.
Is that the the dude version of Pumps and a Bump?
You should do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Andy. I could put some beats down for
Yeah.
you.
I think you mean throw some beats down for it.
That's what I meant. Throw them. I'll throw them down. I'll put them. I'll gently lay them down if you want me to. Open to anything.
I would love a character written as a hip hop or R&B engineer, but sounds just like that.
It's like, let me put some sick beats down for you.
But no, you were more country than that.
A little more country. I'm more Patricia Richardson.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
Bow, bow, bow. Can I tell you my
Tim
favorite?
Allen, shut your fucking face in real life.
My
though.
favorite moment of that episode is when Bullethead and Cunty McGeorge are having their communication moment, and she says something to him. I forget what she says, you were immature or whatever, and he says, well, I might have been immature, but my team won, and Tim was like, oh, don't say that. It was just a really I'm not giving it justice.
There was definitely moments that are really funny, when he says I understand, which was the advice his dad gave him. Always reply with I understand, and then she challenges him, you understand what? And then behind him, you see Tim Allen.
He looks up and he
shrugs. He's like, I don't know.
Oh, and I like that.
You're on your own, buddy.
Yeah.
I like that cunty kid that was dressed as an Adam
Curtis.
And he kept making fun of the mom's costume.
Called her fat.
Yeah.
I would fucking kick that kid out of my house.
He is a recurring character. He was like the little asshole kid.
And he was real concerned about looking like a sissy, the Bullethead.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want to look like a sissy. He's like, gay! Gay!
And I was confused about Tim's costume, Nanny Stein.
Nanny Stein.
I didn't get that either.
He's a grandmother who is a Frankenstein.
A zombie grandma Frankenstein.
Mama's Family was going off the air. It was a tribute. I don't know.
Or is it kind of like a play on the shrewish middle, the mother-in-law type thing?
No,
I thought it was a grandma Frankenstein.
Dress like a grandma Frankenstein.
Did Mama's Family do a Halloween episode?
I
my
wish.
Lord. Would you write these down? These ideas.
Mama's Family. Oh no, that was a different show. That was like Good Times or something.
Which one are you doing?
I was gonna go. That's what's happening. That's a different show.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
We need some more in our lives.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's a difficult time right now. We need more power.
Do you remember that was just enough to make a joke when this show is on the air? You could just go to work after the next morning and be like, hey, you see Home Improvement last night? And you'd be like, more power, right? And you're like, yeah, it's hilarious.
Maybe Tim Allen was truly trying to make fun of toxic masculinity, and
I don't think he's that aware, though. He's not.
He loves Donald Trump, though.
Yeah.
He still does. Is he? I don't follow Tim Allen, the human being.
Don't.
I have no interest in that, but boy do I love Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear's
boy
special.
do I love Tim the Toolman Taylor.
The voices of Toy Story are so problematic.
Never Tom Hanks, not Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is
What about Wallace Shawn?
Oh, he's inconceivably horrible.
Between Buzz Lightyear and
just wanted to say inconceivable.
Between Tim Allen and John Ratzenberger, they're like, ee.
Oh, John Ratzenberger's
I'm pulling my collar.
Is he super bad? Is he Jonah Hill super bad?
He drew dicks on his desk.
Yeah. Is it enough to start a rumor just to say a celebrity's name and say, ooh, did you hear about it? Ooh, Patricia Richardson said some stuff. Oh!
Like how Tommy Lee Jones is gay.
Who?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Tommy Lee Jones, yeah.
Tom Segura.
What's the mom from Everybody Loves Raymond?
Tommy Lee Jones is gay.
Oh, Patricia. No, not Patricia Heaton.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I thought when you say mom, I think the oldest person.
No, not Doris Roberts.
Yeah,
Patricia Heaton's a straight up fucking bitch. But
Yeah.
man, is Everybody Loves Raymond in the middle good.
They are good.
Yeah.
The middle's better, but
Keep calling bitches sluts for wanting birth control, bitch. I'll come to your house. I will smash your wine bottle.
I will
and
have you
stab
sign
you.
my Everybody Loves Raymond box set, and then I will spit in your face.
I will actually.
I love your work.
It's better that I say that instead of what I was about to say, which is I will stab you in your jugular and watch you bleed out, and I'll call you a slut while it's happening.
will you call her Deborah?
And then I'm going to shove birth control in your dead, gaping open mouth.
Gape.
Amy, is that
What?
a credible threat?
No, of course not. I don't live in
Is this a credible
California.
threat? Is it a credible threat?
What's a credible threat?
That means that Amy could be investigated for threatening Patricia
And
Newton.
then I'm going to find your children.
I have to say, I get cautious now. I used to threaten to kill people all the time.
I do what I want.
Yeah.
And now I try not to do it on Facebook.
You just do
Oh,
it in
yeah, you
person
probably shouldn't
now?
do it there. I'll just do it
Face-to-face.
on podcast. And obviously, I'm kidding. I just really violently disagree with you, bitch. But man, I love the middle.
But you remember the days you could just say you would kill somebody and like nobody took you seriously?
I say it all the time. I want to murder you.
Apparently, Twitter still doesn't take that
I wanna
seriously.
Murder you. But post somebody's phone number.
You know that?
No, what? No, I don't.
Oh, I was just saying, like, Tara Strong, I want to say it is the voice actor.
I don't know.
People were threatening to kill her, like, you know, that your typical, like, Gamergate response to everything. And then she reported all these threats to Twitter, and they're like, this doesn't violate our terms of service because they're not credible threats.
Well, our president. So
Yeah.
it's all normal now, right?
Does he threaten to kill people on
This was
Twitter?
before Trump, right? The
I mean,
Gamergate.
he's
No.
actually,
I was just using it as an example
Oh.
of the when that just seemed like
He
there was
does
a
in
high
fact threaten
volume
to kill
of.
us because
Yeah.
he's stoking a nuclear war.
I was trying to figure out how we got on such a dark topic.
Patricia Heaton, I'll
because of
fucking
Patricia Heaton.
stab her.
Before we lighten up,
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
we're talking about Trump and nuclear proliferation,
Profiteroles.
Prosculiulios.
Prosciutto.
I find, I know he says a lot of dumb stuff, and somehow it seems like it should be funny. Like when George W. Bush said dumb stuff, and that was hilarious. I don't think it's funny. And I think that when, like, we just joke about the dumb shit that he says, like, oh, the president of the Virgin Islands, and everybody, like, makes, like, memes and posts.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, but, like, I think that we need to focus on other things right now because that shit is not important.
No.
And it's not funny. Like, wait for a less dangerous oaf.
This motherfucker actually is threatening to look into the licenses for the networks because he doesn't like the news they report.
Our legitimate, like, not our civil liberties.
That's the first
are like,
motherfucking
It's one
amendment.
thing. The problem I have with him is he's legitimately dumb, like stupid.
Well, he is dumb,
And it used to be,
but he's also dangerous.
Yeah,
He's now
super
president.
dangerous.
He doesn't know that he's dumb. That's the problem. And the leader of the free world is. When I'm smarter than the leader of the free world, that's the problem.
He's an honest to goodness bully face.
And I'm stupid as fuck.
Yeah, Andy is dumb.
I'm just saying.
He's a
He printed
small
like 3
man.
times as much postage as he needed.
Whenever I see
ridiculous.
posts making fun of some stupid thing that he said, and then people are posting like sarcastic, like, "Oh, this is our," like, I kind of get annoyed because this is
You're not taking it serious. That you're normalizing it
like
by laughing
this is
at it.
not fun. None of this is funny.
They're
Nothing
like-
is funny about
They're
this.
Jimmy Falloning him.
Yeah, this isn't. He is not a Jimmy Fallonable character
No.
anymore. On the campaign trail, yes. Now, no. Stop laughing at him.
Deadly motherfucking serious.
Start thinking about
Yeah, and if
solutions.
I probably don't have any
Final
Trump supporters
solutions?
listening to us, but fuck you.
You know what Eminem said? I'm saying the same fucking thing. Line in the sand. If you're a Trump supporter, please, God,
Mom spaghetti.
stop listening. If you're a patron, I don't want your fucking money.
Is that going to be on his
Go the fuck
tombstone?
away.
Just mom spaghetti.
Yeah.
I wish bad things for you. I hope you get butt cancer. What else?
Dump a bunch of mom spaghetti on his tombstone.
Pour some mom spaghettis out for my homies.
But let's get light now.
All right, let's lighten up.
You know what's really
George
sweet?
W. Bush is in the news these days.
So we're
Speaking of like light, sweet stuff, I want to mention our friend Michael Neal and his adorable son Jasper.
Yeah.
kid.
They're doing something really cute and like a kind of horror related to. They're doing something called Jasper Tales on Facebook. They're animating Jasper's stories,
Yeah.
and the first one is about what you do when you go swimming.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. So go to Jasper Tales on Facebook, and you can find all the first video. It's adorable.
Yeah, I really love it.
We hung out with Jasper in Salem when we went, and he's adorable. And I have an embarrassing story to tell all of his friends when he's an adult.
Also, lighting up. What was going to be your trivia about Mr. Boogedy that you wanted to hold off on?
The Cheech and Chong thing.
It was
Oh,
the
was
Cheech
that
and
it?
Chong thing, yeah.
Oh,
You think he was sitting on some
Something
bomb?
real,
Yeah,
real
some
bombshell.
bombshell.
I just thought it was going
You-
to be.
I know
No.
that they had to recast the 2 of the kids for the sequel. How do you like that? How's that for some sweet-ass trivia?
How interesting is it how much David Faustino grew between Mr. Boogedy and Married with Children's premiere in 87?
That is something they need to hurry up and stream for me.
It's streaming somewhere.
Not as far as I could tell.
I think it might be on FX's app.
Cole or Colin said they were watching it the other day.
Yeah.
It's always on.
No, I mean,
we don't have, they weren't watching cable. We stream. I mean, we do have cable.
I think FX has
we don't have cable, so they weren't. Wait, we do have cable.
Christy Swanson. How
Which
much she
is
grew
it?
up, huh?
All right, calm down.
Can I? Well, never mind.
Reminder.
She never did it for me.
No?
No.
Take a sniff.
What does that mean?
It's a Juicy Fruit commercial.
You gotta sniff it.
No, I understand but I mean, what do you mean in this context?
Take a
I need
sniff.
to understand.
Whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah.
No.
Smells like strawberry.
It's not what he said, it's how he said it.
Exactly.
Take a sniff.
Leave a sniff. Take a sniff. Need a sniff.
So Halloween is approaching.
Yeah.
Halloween.
That's good.
Yeah.
We got some more decorations yesterday.
Oh, I saw your cobwebs. That was really cute.
I need to get something.
That is your house, right? The cobwebs on the porch?
We don't have any cobwebs yet.
Okay, somebody
okay.
else's house that has awesome decorations.
Thanks.
You need to really fucking
we
step
have
it up.
Halloween lights right now,
Okay.
and we have a little sign.
Halloween lice?
I've seen your sign.
Halloween light.
We're carving pumpkins tonight with Freddie's mom, my mom, and his sister.
We're carving next weekend.
Yeah. I bought hairspray because I read if you spray it inside and out, it helps it stay fresher.
We're
longer.
gonna hang our lanterns today. We bought these LED light lanterns with rise and
fun.
skulls on them. We're gonna hang
I
them.
need to get my ass spirit of Halloween.
Don't go to the one at Northgate.
No?
Go out to Tri-County
Okay.
because the one at Northgate seems pretty paltry. We've been
Pro
there
tip.
twice in the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Or make the drive to Fairborn, Ohio,
Yeah,
and go to Foy's. It's better than any of that shit.
All right. Well, I'm going to do the thing that we do
Fuck
every.
Spirit Halloween. Those corporate Halloweeners. They're destroying.
If you go to Foy's, you'll meet a man who had a heart transplant who likes to go out and have cigarette breaks behind his store, and he'll show you the scar and be like, if you're looking at the novelty hearts they have that are the toy hearts, he'll be like, I got one of those put in right here, and he'll show you the scar, and then he'll be like, I'm gonna go catch a smoke break, and you're like, wow. I want to live as long as you.
So, in order to be,
Or not to be.
I don't know what I was just about to say. I'm going to talk about our Beelzebubs. Reminder, patreon.com/NOTLP. If you're Beelzebub, we are going to thank you at the end of every show because you're a beautiful little baby and I love you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have
You're delicious.
Adam,
you're delicious.
Brooke,
you are delicious.
Ernest, Ernie,
is so delicious.
Alberto.
Alberta, you know what the taste of you is? Delicious.
Then we have Albert,
Albert knows he's delicious.
Peanuts packed in every bite.
Eddie,
Delicious!
Tree and Alex.
Tree and Alex, truly delicious.
Truly, truly, truly.
This is creeping me out.
Good.
Brandon
It's Halloween.
Boone.
Brandon Boone, I deliciously killed him in Delicious the 13th.
Yes, you did.
He lives deliciously.
Dost thou want to live deliciously?
We got Bill in New York.
Bill, you're
Bill.
delicious.
They put 2 kinds of cheese on the cheeseburger.
Oh, quick aside. Remember Delicious? She was the winner of season 2 of Flavor of Love.
No, I do not remember. God, is that streaming anywhere?
Need that. It's on YouTube, and I watch it all the time.
Shit. Blake.
I'm sorry, who?
You know what I think about
Balake.
you. You're delicious.
We got Mark.
Flying Pig Mark.
You are also just as delicious.
We met him at the Deliciously Flying Pig. Michael Powell, we just met at Horror Hound.
Michael Powell, we met you, and
He
it was
just-
delicious.
He just posted a picture on Twitter with his T-shirt.
Nice.
Cool.
T-shirts are delicious.
Did you, was he public where you can reshare it?
He's pubic.
Is he pubic?
Jeremy Burmeister.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie's so delicious.
He likes a delicious deep dish.
Cassie.
Deep dish pizza.
You didn't mention Cassie?
Cassie's delicious.
Well, she's not a Beelzebub. No, she is Beelzebub in my heart.
They are dual. They are
A dual delicious.
Legion, Amy.
The delicious slide.
Slide Elise, you're delicious. I know this from experience.
He knows from experience.
When you slide into first,
Mm-hmm.
you feel your pants burst.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious diarrhea.
Oh, I thought you meant from cum.
Oh, we have Amanda, who
Is going to be
our next guest
on the
High Five
Happy Hour. Yay, which we record tomorrow.
Andy just committed murder-suicide.
Let us have fun.
I did it for another reason.
He says that you guys are jerking each other's off.
Oh.
And then we have Jimmy
What's
B.
delicious? Oh, I forgot to say Amanda's delicious.
And is Jimmy B delicious?
Jimmy B, yes, just like sweet Coca-Cola.
Jimmy B's breakfast sausage?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have sausage, sir?
Oh, let me tell you about sausage. You got to get Esposito's. You have to order it. Okay, Esposito's breakfast sausages, they're like this big.
Andy,
they're for real. You'll never eat that.
That's the size. He says this big.
He's putting a noose around his...
You're never going to eat fucking that goofy, skinny-ass grocery shit again. I fucking guarantee it.
Are they links or patties?
They're links, but they're like real sausage.
I prefer a patty.
Are they easily found? Like a Kroger's?
No, you have to order it.
It's called fucking Kroger.
Online.
Kroger.
If you want good food,
Kroger.
you have to. It's
if
not
you want good food and a water too, you gotta dig a little deeper in the well.
That's right.
Dig, dig, dig. A little deeper in the well, boys. Dig a little deeper in the well.
We like quality
Christ.
food. We order it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm
I
done.
like convenience better than quality.
All right.
I'm lazy.
Just keep buying.
You know
the
what I
same
love
bullshit at the
lately?
store.
Meatball hoagies from La Rosa's.
That is a good. Do you ever get the double?
Oh my
What's a
God.
double?
They have a double steak hoagie. It's 2 patties.
I said meatball.
Oh, meatball hoagie's good too.
I used to be a steak hoagie guy, and then I'm having a renaissance with the meatball hoagie.
That is a good sandwich.
It's beyond good. It's so fucking good.
Listeners, are you glad you waited this
Kelley,
out this entire
remember that,
episode?
the Apple commercial from the 80s where she throws the sledgehammer through the that big screen.
It's the famous 1984 thing.
It's like you're living in the past. I imagine that's what you're doing with sausage. You're telling us.
He
It's
comes in with a big bunch of links of sausages and throws them into a screen and shatters it. Oh, there's grease everywhere. They're so good.
It's like, don't be a prisoner of bad sausage.
Yeah, don't live in the world you don't have to live in anymore.
And
Come to the side with color and light.
it's kind of like the Matrix. Like, I got some Jimmy Dean sausage in one hand and some Esposito's in the other. Which one are you going to take?
Yeah.
I'd rather live in the fake Jimmy Dean world, where everything's like, pleasant.
Jimmy Dean.
and pleasant and easy.
Yeah.
Hey kids, better meet Jimmy Dean.
All right, we done here?
I mean, yeah.
Do you mean yeah?
I mean, yeah.
See, man.
It's links, right? Do they make patties? Because I prefer patties.
All right.
I have no idea, but
You could always bust the casing open and make patties out of the filling.
you could. They're delicious. Next week, what do we have on tap, children?
It'll be our feedback episode. So if you have something to say,
If you had the bar,
So if you have
Talk
our
about news
feed,
and
if you-
feedback.
if you have our feed, give it back.
bitch.
pay it forward.
What's our phone number?
513-666. Number of the beast. 0916. 513-666. Number of the beast. 0916.
Crew at notlp.com if you want to say something via typing it.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelley will have some news for us.
Do you want to take a
probably.
sniff?
You want to take a sniff?
Can I pull it out first?
You can sniff and then you take
What's
a sniff.
the order I have to do this in?
Pull it out. The taste is.
This is why it never works for me. I take it out first, then I sniff it. I can't ever remember it. Can you write it down for me?
I will write down the steps. I'm going to make a flow chart.
Can you just text it to me?
Yes.
Okay.
I will draw it on a napkin, take a picture of it, and text it to
Can
you.
you text me some juicy fruit gum?
I will take a sniff, draw it on a napkin, pull it out, take a picture of it, text it to you, and pop it in your mouth.
Okay.
Too many steps.
That's good.
All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Frankenstein was wondering if he